are the top stories of the news. President Bola Tinubu assures Nigerians that sacrifices endured over 3 years of sweeping economic reforms are not in vain. Federal government considers restrictions on flights from countries affected by Ebola virus to prevent outbreak in Nigeria. On the foreign scene, 8 students alleged to have been involved in suspected arson attack at Kenya school arrested. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. My name is Damilola Raphael. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday assured Nigerians that the sacrifices they have endured over 3 years of sweeping economic reforms have not been in vain. This was as he disclosed that his administration's reforms of the past 3 years blocked a daily hemorrhage of 18.4 billion naira, earlier lost to fuel subsidies, and 8 trillion naira lost to forex arbitrage. Tinubu revealed this in his statement to mark his 3rd year in office on May 29, 2026. In the statement, Tinubu thanked Nigerians for bearing the cost of what he described as unavoidable structural adjustments, while acknowledging the pressures of his reforms on families, workers, and young people. The Nigerian leader insisted that the foundation for national recovery had been laid. He argued that the administration's decision to act swiftly on both fronts was a choice between national survival and politically convenient inaction. Talking politics, leader of the Kwankwasiya movement and former Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso has unveiled Aminu Gwazo as the Nigeria Democratic Congress governorship candidate for Kano State ahead of the 2027 elections. Kwankwaso also named Nasiru Gawuna as the party's candidate for the Kano Central Senatorial District. The announcement was made in a statement shared by Kwankwaso on his official X handle on Friday. He said the choices emerged after consultations with the party and were based on equity, fairness, loyalty, and competence. Gwazo is a close ally of Kwankwaso and served as Deputy Governor of Kano State under Governor Abba Yusuf before leaving office. Former Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Ovie Omo-Agege, has formally defected to the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, after resigning his membership from the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, declaring his intention to contest the Delta Central Senatorial seat in the 2027 general elections. In a statement he issued on Thursday, Omo-Agege said his decision followed weeks of consultations with political associates, supporters, and stakeholders across the country. The former Delta Central lawmaker described the NDC as a people-oriented platform committed to accountability, inclusion, and true federalism. He insists his decision to seek a return to the Senate was in response to calls from constituents demanding what he termed effective representation. The former Deputy Senate President defected from the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. In Oyo State, the Allied People's Movement, APM, has adopted Bimbo Adekombi as its consensus governorship candidate ahead of the 2027 general elections. The adoption took place during the party's governorship and legislative primary elections held at the Watershed Event Center, Old Ife Road, Ibadan, on Thursday. Earlier in his welcome address, the Oyo State chairman of the APM, Adegbinro Fagbemi, said the partnership between the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the APM would yield great results not only for Oyo State, but for the entire country. Adekombi, alongside Senatorial, House of Representatives, and House of Assembly nominees, was later presented to party members and stakeholders who ratified them as consensus candidates. While presenting certificates of return to the candidates, Fagbemi described Adekombi as a bridge builder who would continue the good work started by Governor Seyi Makinde and deliver good governance to the people of the state. In his acceptance speech after receiving his certificate of return, Adekombi assured the people of Oyo State that his administration would not derail from the Omituntun vision championed by the current administration.
A journey today. We are continuing a progressive movement already delivering results. I want to repeat that. We are continuing a progressive movement that is already delivering results. Oyo State continue to rise. Our pace of growth must continue. Our vision must continue. the prosperity of our people must continue. Because governance is not an event, governance is a continuum. The security challenges confronting our people, including the tragic abduction incident in Ovie local government, further underscores the need for sustained investment and stronger collaboration plus improved coordination among our various security agencies. In OMISUTU 3.0, we will continue to place the security of lives and property at the forefront of government.
Meanwhile, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has called on the federal government to expedite action on the creation of state police as a way of strengthening the security architecture and curbing criminality in the country. Governor Makinde made the call at the governorship and legislative primary elections of the Allied People's Movement held at the Watershed Event Center, Old Ife Road, Ibadan. He urged the federal government to support state houses of assembly to accelerate the process of enacting the required legislation. The governor stressed that the establishment of state police would improve local intelligence gathering and enhance the capacity of states to respond swiftly and adequately to security threats within their domains. While reassuring families and relations of the abducted children and teachers in Orire local government area of the state of their safe return, Makinde said security had remained one of the major pillars of his administration since inception and would continue to receive priority attention.
This is a very tough period for me as a person and also for our state. But people will know this security was one of the major pillars of this administration. I put together a package, and the same thing is more a package. And it will remain a major pillar. Ìjọba ìtòdé kò sí ìgbà tó ń jẹ́ Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ní Ọ̀yọ́ State. We wanted state police. It was because get state police ní a ṣe ṣe Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn as a stopgap. They should stop wasting Nigeria's time. Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. The Speaker of Oyo State House of Assembly 1B, we passed a common law in Igbo Southwest, the House of Assembly, Igbo States who are in Southwest Nigeria, they passed the law. And that led to the creation of Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. The only state still create Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn, Lagos State ni. A sì mọ ìdí tí wọn ò ṣe create Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn torí pé tó jọ̀gá wọn kò fẹ́ Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. Wọ́n ibi tá a dé yìí, tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ajá lọ́bọ̀ fún wa. Tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe state police, don't ask the Inspector General of Police láti create state police fún wa. Our state assembly will create it. Give them the authority, the support. They are here. Within the shortest possible time, state police will come to.
In a similar development, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, on Thursday said the National Assembly would support efforts to create state police as part of measures to strengthen security across the country. Akpabio said this after leading a delegation of the Senate's principal officers on a traditional Eid al-Kabir homage to President Bola Tinubu at his Lagos residence. The Senate President said the federal lawmakers were prepared to work with the President to develop a framework that would enable states to participate more actively in securing lives and property. According to him, discussions are ongoing on how to establish a positive and not a negative state police. He says the proposed framework would also ensure proper regulation, training, and promotion within state policing structures.
I think he's done excellently well, but we are saying that a lot still needs to be done. And we assured him of the cooperation of the lawmakers in Nigeria, particularly the National Assembly, in his reform agenda. And that will stand by him so long as everything he proposes is positive for the future growth of this country. And we are looking at ways of creating a positive and not a negative state police, and something that can have a national state police commission that will regulate the conduct of state policing and also promotion, training, and all. So we will do our best to assist him in that direction. And sensitization also. The citizens also need to know that they have to watch out for bad acts in their societies, because they all know it's a very unfortunate situation, but we do know that the president is poised and the security services are poised. So that area will need serious improvement with all of us working together.
The Edo State Police Command has recovered 36 rounds of live cartridges and arrested the suspects during a routine stop and search operation in Benin City. The command said the operation was carried out on May 23, 2026 at about 1 p.m. at Gobadia Junction along the Benin-Auchi Road. According to the police public relations officer, ASP Eno Ihuedem, officers attached to the Ekpoba Hill Area Command intercepted a minibus conveying 7 passengers from the Benin-Auchi bypass to Ring Road, Benin City. She explained that during the search operation, 3 male passengers suddenly abandoned their belongings and attempted to flee the scene. ASP Koedem stated that a search of the suspect's bag led to the recovery of 36 rounds of live cartridges concealed inside. In other news, the federal government is considering possible restrictions on flights from countries affected by the Ebola virus as part of fresh measures to prevent any outbreak in Nigeria. This was disclosed on Thursday by the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, following a high-level strategic meeting held in Victoria Island, Lagos State, to review the country's Ebola preparedness and response framework. Gbajabiamila, who led the meeting, said the proposed travel restrictions would be complemented by the isolation of passengers showing symptoms consistent with Ebola infection at the nation's point of entry. Gbajabiamila further disclosed that President Bola Tinubu had been briefed on the current Ebola situation in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Uganda, assuring that the federal government would take all necessary steps to ensure Nigeria does not record any case.
A health scare, which is Ebola, and we all know what happened the last time. The cases are getting worse internationally and worldwide, and we don't want to leave anything to chance. Mr. President was briefed yesterday, and he asked us that this meeting be convened so that we know what protocols to put in place, how to deal with the issue at hand.
This particular virus has no treatment, no vaccines. So it's public health measures that need to be done. Isolation, quick detection, public enlightenment, infection prevention and control. These are areas now we are concentrating on from NCDC. We are sent out advisories. We're going to increase our communication skills and schemes again. And we're talking to healthcare workers because they are vulnerable, and what to do, how to protect themselves, how to treat these cases.
Ours is about border control, making sure that there are preventive measures at the level of entry, at the various points of entry. And I think Nigeria is prepared in terms of technology towards ensuring that decision-making mechanisms are properly structured and protocols adhered to. So for me, I think it's about working as a team with NCDC, the state government, FAN, NCA, and everybody working together towards ensuring that this monster doesn't rear its ugly head in our.
You're watching Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. We will be right back after this break.
Up to 75% of human infections